Number 9 says to approximate the square root of 36.15. And in this case, we're going to use differential approximation. When we're using differential approximation, we're using the formula f of a plus delta x. Or sometimes I may use f of x plus delta x. Same thing. That's going to equal to, or rather, approximately equal to f of a plus f prime of a, and that's going to be times dx. This is our differential, and this is f of a. In the last question, we went over differentials and how to find our differential. We did it right here, because the differential is equal to f prime of a times dx. So we should have that in the bag. All right. Step number 1. You want to find your function. Well, if you look here, this is a square root. So I'm going to assume that the function is f of x equals to the square root of x. Step number 2, you need to find your a and delta x. This is the square root of 36.15. Well, if we look here, we know the square root of 36. The square root of 36 is going to be 6. And the reason why I want to look at it like that is because I want to find f of a. And if a is the 36 and I plug it into my square root, that is going to give me a nice number. So I'm going to say that my a is going to be 36. And I'm going to say my delta x, the difference between 36.15 and 36, that is going to be 0.15. And now step number 3 is to solve. So f of a, which is 36, plus delta x, which is 0.15, that's approximately equal to f of a, so f of 36, plus f prime of a, so the derivative of our function, then plug in 36, and dx is the same as delta x, so that's going to be 0.15. Let's find f of 36. We're going to plug 36 into our function. F of x equals to the square root of x. So it's going to be the square root of 36. And the square root of 36 is going to be 6. Now we need to find f prime of 36. In order to find f prime of 36, I must take the derivative of my function. Now remember, f of x equals to the square root of x. So f prime of x is going to equal to the derivative of the square root of x. The derivative of the square root of x is 1 over 2 square root of x. To find f prime of 36, I'm going to plug 36 into my derivative. 1 over 2 times the square root of 36. In my denominator, the square root of 36 is just 6. 1 over 2 times 6, 1 over 12. Let's continue. So, f of 36.15, because I added these two together, is approximately equal to 6. F of 36 is 6. Plus f prime of 36, that's 1 over 12. And do not forget about this 0.15 that we're multiplying. So that means that the square root of 36.15 is approximately, well, let's use our calculator. And let's take 4 numbers after the decimal when we do this. That's times 0.15. That's approximately 6.0125. That's our answer. And then let's see what it actually is. Let's take the square root of 36.15. And yeah, we're pretty close. This is 6.01248. If I round that 4, that's 6.0125. All right, guys, that's it for this video. And I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.